Good morning everyone, welcome to the geography class. So children, as you know, we had done our lesson number 1 from your book first part A, and then we had done lesson number 2 from same book. Then now we are going to start another chapter from book B, that is lesson number 2. One we have already done, lesson number 2, structure and physiography. So children, now today we are going to start the chapter. So before starting of this chapter, that's very important for you to know the topics which will come in this chapter and that are important for you to know. So children, let's continue the chapter structure and physiography. So look at the meaning of this structure and physiography. That means what kind of structure you will study in it. That means you will study about the structure of earth. Okay, so the present the physical form of Indian subcontinent is the result of a vast geological formation. So there are in India is composed by 3 geological factors you will study in this chapter. So what are 3 geological factors we will study? Geological units are peninsular plateaus, Himalayan mountains, and you can see here Indo-Gangetic plains or Brahmaputra plain between the two above. So in this chapter we are going to study about the most important part of the geological units, which are divided into 3 sections: peninsular plateau, Himalayan mountains, and Indo-Ganga-Brahmaputra region. Then we will continue with the chapter with the topic. First we can take peninsular plateau. What is the peninsular plateau? Describe कर सकते हैं. That means you studied in your 10th class also what is the peninsular plateau. What is the meaning of peninsular? That means the area which is covered by water from 3 sides. जो एरिया 3 तरफ से पानी से घिरा हुआ होता है उसे हम peninsular plateau कहते हैं. And you can see this kind of shape in India, in the southern part of India. 2 sides coastal region, and it is covered by Indian Ocean, Arabic Sea, and Bay of Bengal. So all the 3 sides was covered by the water. So this is known as the peninsular plateau, and then we'll describe the detailed structure of this. Then you can come to the northern part of India. Northern part means we will study about the second important geological factor. वो है हिमालय माउंटेन्स विच आर कवर्ड योर नॉर्थ ईस्ट पार्ट ऑफ इट स्टार्टेड फ्रॉम नॉर्दर्न पार्ट एंड मूव टू द ईस्टर्न पार्ट ऑफ इंडिया. Okay, now continue with the third one, that is very important, Indo-Ganga Brahmaputra plains. So Indo region is started from here and it will continue reach to the eastern part of India. So these are the 3 geological units which we study the structure, to know the structure and physiography of the earth. So these are the 3 things. Then we'll continue with the another one, that is geomorphological division of Himalayas, Greater Himalayas and Lesser Himalayas, Shivalik ranges. This kind of information we can get with this topic. Then we can continue the topic with the central highlands, you can say Malwa plateau and all areas. Last with that is related to the coastal plains, coastal areas, eastern coastal region and western coastal region. And at last of this chapter we'll study about the islands. You know that India having 2 islands, one Lakshadweep and another one is Andaman and Nicobar. You can see in the maps also if you are having atlas, so please keep your atlas with you. This is a shape of Andaman and Nicobar island, which you can see here in the south part of the earth of India, and this is the area of which is covered by Lakshadweep. Okay, so these are the 2 islands India having with it. So in this chapter, look children, in our first chapter we studied about all the things which is related to India, the physical factors and the shape of India, and the northern and southern point, eastern and western part, corners of India. हम geographical structure का study किया था. Then now we are going to study about the structure and physiography of India in this chapter. So in this chapter, that's important for you to know that important parts of geological units जो हमारी सबसे important हैं. These are peninsular plateau. Peninsular plateau is the southern part of India that consists of an old plateau which is known as southern plateau. Also you can call peninsular plateau as a southern plateau. ठीक है? So that the geologists believe that it is the oldest land form of Indian subcontinent. It is the oldest landform. Remember that, oldest landform of Indian subcontinent. And you know that I have told you about that why we call India as a subcontinent in our previous chapter. So you can recall it. Okay, so and there's just one of several plates of earth crust. Okay, so India, it is known as Indian plate also. During Precambrian era से there was a large depression in which sediments was deposited and block crystal rocks known as the peninsular plateau. So block that came out, and that came out of this depression. So and never submerged again. So this kind of shape you can see here in that known as the peninsular plateau. And the peninsula received some lateral thrust, mountain building over here, जो भी incidents हुए, internal forces work किया, तो this kind of shape will occur. Now you know that what is the important part of the southern peninsular plateau, that is there are two rivers which are moving from west to east direction, that is Tapi and one more, that is Narmada. There are two rivers which are moving from west to east direction, very famous rivers. And the Satpura block mountains are also here. Satpura ranges you can see in the center part of Madhya Pradesh. Satpura ranges, very important. Some are the outstanding example of such movement. Peninsula contain mostly resident mountains. Aravalli ranges are here, you can see in the Rajasthan area. You can, if you are having atlases, please look at it. Aravalli ranges in Rajasthan, Nalmala hills, Javed hills, Valikonda hills. I'll show you the map also when we'll continue the chapter. So this you can read in the geological units. First peninsular, then Himalayan ranges. Himalayan mountains ka we can discuss a general introduction of Himalayan ranges. Are much younger at compared to the peninsular plateau. These are much younger peninsular plateau and are young fold mountains, you can call them. Okay, that means till Mesozoic era, 70 million years ago, that entire Himalayan areas as well as in a plain. So children, Tethys ocean was there, जहाँ पर आज आपको हिमालय रेंजेस नजर आती हैं. That was million of years पहले यहाँ पर Tethys महासागर था. What land masses, and you can call it Angara land and Gondwana land respectively. So after the sediments in the Tethys Sea was deposited by the river and flowing into it from the two land masses. So now peninsular plateau you can see, and the last stage of the mountain building process, sediments of the Tethys Sea were folded, and present you can see the Himalayan ranges. So this kind of info will be discussed later in this chapter. So I hope that you can understand everything properly. Now from tomorrow or day after tomorrow we'll continue our this chapter in our next class. Thank you so much.